Hey, what's good? This is the Walker Bar for Black Authentic Truth. And what I want to talk about is the fact that black culture is American culture. Now, you have various stereotypes about black people that white America has said about black people. And these things are true. But the thing is, where did they come from? Now, when you talk about the over sexualization of black women, you talk about what black women are doing online, the twerking, the OnlyFans, the Instagram, all of that stuff. That stuff is a subculture of American culture. Why do I say that? Because in history, they always paraded around showgirls and, Marilyn Monroe, the porn with the Playboy, with all of those things that over sexualize women and take advantage of women and push women to degrade themselves. So today, what you see in the black community is our women actually degrading themselves, over sexualizing their own bodies. Now, when it comes to drugs, they always talk about black people being, drug dealers, brown people being drug dealers, that we like to do drugs, we like to sell drugs, and they got to have this big war on drugs. So when it comes to drugs, if you do your research, you'll find out that Ronald Reagan was actually smuggling drugs into America. Meanwhile, his wife, Nancy Reagan, had to say no to drugs program, but they was pushing these drugs into black communities to small time dealers and spreading it out throughout America. And so the level of drug dealing that they have participated in, I mean, you can't compare it to that as a black person selling drugs. Am I saying that black people are okay with selling drugs, or black women are okay with over sexualizing themselves? No, I'm not making an excuse for none of these bad traits that we have in the black community. I'm just showing you that they did it first, and they did it on a way larger scale. Like, they was moving weight in boats and airplanes, and as black men, Hispanic men, you're just a small time dealer on the corner. You just a little small time kingpin thinking you're really doing something, when the big boys was bringing it in by ship and plane. Now, another big stereotype that we all heard is that, all black people are on welfare, and, they're just lazy and they're just eating up tax dollars, and they need to get out of welfare and they need to get a job. Go get a job and work for what you want. And so when you really look at that, you see that welfare was created for white folks. Welfare came from England, but in America, it was created for poor white mothers and poor white widows. And when welfare started, black women couldn't even really get welfare because we were still that second class citizen, which we are today if you can just look at how we get done by the police and other things. But welfare was created by them and for them. And when black people started to get welfare, or black women, should I say, started to be able to actually get it on a normal basis, well, they couldn't have a man in the home. There were stipulations that they had to follow in order to get the cash aid. Now, when you look at white America leads in cash aid fraud. They lead in tax fraud. They lead in Social Security fraud, and they lead in insurance fraud. So by a large number, far more than black people, they are on welfare. They take advantage of welfare, and they fraud these systems. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and I'll probably come up with some more, is the fact that they have the stereotype that the black man is the big boogeyman, and he's a gang member. He's, shooting up the block. He's robbing people. He's sticking up people. He's hurting people. He's just a terror to the neighborhood. And black on black crime is this big cloud over the black community. Now, I don't know if anybody ever heard of Al Capone. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Bugsy Siegel or the mafia or mobsters, but yes, they were the first gang members. They were the first people to do drive-bys. They were the first people to commit gang violence. They were the first people to be involved in gang activity and terrorize communities and have people in fear and even massacre rival mobsters. So what I just showed you is that black culture is American culture. Black culture is a subset of American culture. It comes right out of the things that black people saw white America do. So when you really look at history and you compare and contrast and you really think about it in the big picture, black people really ain't all that bad. So let me know what you think about this video. Give me your thoughts and your opinions. And with that, this is Black Authentic Truth.